is so cold. Hello lovely people and welcome to today's video. I haven't said that in so long and it feels so nice to say it, but also like really nerve-wracking. I've not done a sit down video in so long, so I thought I would bring them back with the most like chill, calming, just like not girl talk, it's just like a general Q&A. My family's being really loud downstairs. I do apologise. I asked for some questions on Instagram just to get me back into the sit down videos and you guys asked me some questions, so I'm gonna answer them and I need to keep my arms still. But I've set the mood. I've got my little warm toned lamp on, a candle in the back, which I probably shouldn't be using it because an ex got me it years ago, but I'm using it anyway because it's all we've got. My nice candles are in my flat at home. If you've not met me before or you've never seen my face before, I am Lauren, also known as Search for Sunshine on TikTok and Instagram. That's just my little brand name, I guess you could say, but my name is actually Lauren, in case you didn't know that. First question is, how do you deal with hate online when talking about emetophobia? These people mean, so, well, these people, that person means. I was fully aware that sharing such a vulnerable side of my life on TikTok and on social media in general was going to open the gate to like people's unwarranted opinions. Like, I had to be aware that that was going to happen, and I was. The first time I ever got a hate comment was probably on YouTube. I don't tend to get that many, but I wouldn't even say it was a hate comment. I'd just say it was people like giving their opinion on the medication that I'm on and basically saying that someone like me shouldn't be talking about anxiety because I seemed like a happy person. Like, I do apologise. I don't think anyone would want to watch me if I was like constantly like in a state of anxiety. I mean, I constantly am in a state of anxiety, but this is me in my state of anxiety. Inside my head, it's going wild, but I seem like calm and collected on the outside, and that's all that matters. But I kind of am quite tough-skinned in that way. Like, if it's someone online that I don't know saying that kind of thing, it doesn't really faze me. Like, sometimes I'm like, well, okay, that's not very nice, but I can like completely deal with it. Whereas if it was in person and it was someone that I genuinely cared about and saw as like someone in my circle kind of thing, then it hurt. A few weeks ago I posted a reel on Instagram and I'd never got any hate on Instagram before. Like, it was always TikTok or YouTube, and I got so much hate on this reel just trying to educate people about emetophobia, and luckily my wonderful friends did come to my rescue. I was just in shock that it came over to Instagram. It is what it is, I guess. Next question. Somebody said dream brand collab. Now, I feel like I should have thought about this. I should have made like a bit of a goal list for when I started doing blogging and stuff, but I don't really know. I'd love to work with it's not really a brand, but like a charity or like mental health organisation and do like a partnership in some way. I don't know how to do that, or I'd love to set up my own, to be fair. But brands, oh my god, I'm gonna have to actually think about this. If I was talking fashion brands, I think the place I shop most is probably H&M. Also, not at this moment in time because I'd have nowhere to store any of the stuff, but when I move into like my own home in the future, like my first home, I'd love to work with like home brands. I really like the Range. I've been to the Range this evening with my mum. I just really love the stuff there. So maybe like a homeware brand, I don't really know. Linking into this one, kind of, this was a different person asking, but how do you get invited to PR events? I'd love to go to them too. So honestly, like every time I get invited to a PR event, it's literally a pinch me moment. Like, it's so weird to me that like I get invited. Some of them have been crazy, like the Body Shop. I love going to the Body Shop events. Like, I went to a So Fragrance event and I've been to like launches in Liverpool for like bars and restaurants and stuff, and it's just crazy because when I'm in the rooms with these people, like there's obviously bloggers that have a bigger following than me, and I'm like, why are we like in the same room kind of thing? I genuinely don't know. I usually either get a DM on Instagram or an email on my business email because it's linked in my bio and stuff. So I'd say definitely put contact things in your Instagram bio or TikTok bio, whichever. But I normally just like get an invite basically. I'd say most of the time it is over email because that's a bit more like sophisticated and business-like. So I'd set up a business email. I also have quite a few friends in that industry now as well, which is really nice. Like, it's so nice to have a circle of people that genuinely love doing what we do. It's crazy. It's so crazy. How is uni going? I'm just not enjoying uni. I kind of wish, as much as I love LMA and I love everyone on my course and the tutors are great, I just wish I'd been able to go to like a big campus uni. Obviously, if you've watched my channel for a while, you'd know about the Bath situation, or Bath, whoever's watching from wherever you're from. That was my dream university, to go to Bath Spa, and it didn't go through. I'm not going to go into it because it still upsets me more than I probably should, but I just wish I'd gone to like a campus uni, because I'm in such like a small uni and it's not really the proper uni experience that I always dreamed of, kind of thing. In terms of how I'm doing on the course, I'm personally doing well, like grade wise, and like am I on track and stuff, then yeah, uni's going great. I'm just personally not enjoying it as much as I'd like to. Maybe I'll do a master's that I'll really enjoy. Your proudest achievement of this year, and I can also tie this in with a question someone else asked, which is craziest thing that has happened to you at the moment. I'd have to go onto my Laro side of my personality for this one, because there's two things that I'm stuck between. The first one was my song Wishful Thinking being played on Radio 1, and the second is my song Forget Me Not being put into New Music Friday UK on Spotify, because they were two like huge things on my like musical bucket list that I didn't think would happen for years. Like I didn't think they could just happen to me. And I remember getting the email for Radio 1 especially, and I didn't even read the email properly because I thought it was just getting played on like a normal like local station, and then I actually like reread the email and I was like, that's not just a local station, that's national radio. And then my producer Joe, who's also a great friend now too, he messaged me and he was like, am I reading this right, you're getting played on national radio? And I was like, yes I am. Similarly to when Forget Me Not got played on New Music Friday, or got put into New Music Friday even, my master engineer Stephen messaged me and was like, happy release day, congrats on New Music Friday. And I was like, huh? And then I went on to like my Spotify artist dashboard and I was like, it was such a good day. Have you been watching Vlogmas? If so, whose? Since I started YouTube, I've been like, I will do Vlogmas 1 year, and it's still not happened. I remember in, was it 2020? I think it was 2020. I did like a Christmas video every week and that was my Vlogmas, but I'm not even going to bother with that much Christmas content this year, if any, because I'm just not feeling it, to be honest. I don't want to force it out, kind of thing. I tend to watch some Vlogmas things if I'm in the mood to, but one I have been watching religiously is my friend Jess. She is, I'll put her on the screen, she deserves a shout out because she works so hard. She's a small YouTuber, she's just hit 1k and I'm really proud of her, so that's the only Vlogmas I've really been watching. I just watch the odd video of other people, but I'm not like continuously watching anyone else's but Jess's. So Jess, you're doing something right, girl. Who is Good Guy about? So if you're not interested in like the Laro side of my life, you might not know what Good Guy is. You should know, because it's me. I released a song last week called Good Guy and I co-wrote the song with my friend Jack. It's actually not about one person, it's about two people. Let's just say that. More about one person, but there's hints of another person in it too. So I'll leave it open to people's imagination, because I'm no Taylor Swift. I will not be writing a song like Dear John and just saying the name. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? I think we all are guilty of making New Year's resolutions and not sticking to them. Mine last year, actually I think I'm going to do the same one for next year as I did for this year. My main one was to do a gig every single month, so 12 gigs in 1 year, and I lasted till about, I think I lasted till about July and then completely burnt myself out, but just because I was like organising absolutely everything to do with the gigs and stuff, because I don't have a manager. Like, I'm an independent artist and obviously I have my band, but it's like my backing band, so it's like I wouldn't expect them to sort things out for me. So I'd like to try and do, I went off on such a tangent then, but I'd like to do a gig every month if I can. That's the only one I'm taking, because there's no point in making any, because I'm not going to stick to them, let's be honest. How does emetophobia affect your sleeping? I've spoken about this quite a few times. It definitely affects my sleep a lot. Won't go into it too much because I have spoke about it in the past and I didn't want to bore people. Most emetophobes like really struggle with sleep, because when you're asleep you're out of control. Obviously most people are sick in the night time and you wake up in the night and you're sick. So as an emetophobe, that's a terrifying thought, because we spend our whole lives like preparing to be sick in essence. I obviously used to go to sleep at like 6 AM every day and I'm a lot better at that now. I've definitely found sleep a lot easier since having a routine, but then sometimes like I'll try and go to sleep and I'll be feeling like completely fine, and then I won't be able to sleep and then I'll have a panic attack because I'm stressed about not being able to sleep. I only really have panic attacks now in the night time when I try and sleep, or when I've woken up in the night. Like, sleep is not very fun, so that's how it affects my sleep. It just makes sleep hard and scary. So yeah, this question says your favourite memory from school, one from primary, one from secondary. My one from primary school comes straight away. I had a favourite teacher in primary school called Miss Hayes, and I doubt she's ever gonna find my YouTube again, but she was like my favourite teacher ever. I remember at the end of year 5 when they were deciding the classes for going into year 6, I went into a classroom at, it was either break time or lunchtime, and I was going to get my book because I used to be a little nerd, and there's nothing wrong with that. I wish I could still read like I used to. The book in question was Anne Frank's diary, and I was, how old are you in year 5? 9, 10 kind of thing. But I was reading Anne Frank's diary, like what the hell. And I was going to collect my book from the bookshelf, and this teacher was sat there, Miss Hayes, and she was like, oh, what book are you reading? So I explained what book I was reading, and she was like, this is why I want you in my year 6 class. And I was like, so she chose me to be in a year 6 class. Like, I was meant to go in a different class, and she apparently said, no, I want Lauren in my class. And that has stuck with me forever. It really is the little things. Secondary school, I feel like there's so many in secondary school, like it's hard to actually pin one. I feel like there's some that I can't say because it's just embarrassing to be fair. Should I say them? I don't know. I'd say the most influential one maybe was when the music teacher in high school found out that I could sing, and to be honest, if he hadn't have done that, I wouldn't be here right now, to be fair. Well, I'd be here, but I wouldn't be like musically here, if that makes sense, because I have also probably told this story on this channel many times, but I'm gonna tell it again because it's another one that stuck with me. I never used to tell anyone that I could sing, only like a select amount of people, and I was stood with my friend in a practice room in school, and we were just harmonising just randomly, and the music teacher walked past and was like, was that you singing? And I was like, yeah, because I didn't think he liked me before that. I don't think he thought I was musical in any way, shape or form. And then he asked me if I was going to pick GCSE music, because this was when we were picking our options. And initially I was meant to be picking art. I don't know why. And the music teacher was like, you have to pick music, and then basically like peer pressured me into music. But I'm glad he did that because I wouldn't have had the confidence to pick music if it wasn't for that. So again, these two questions can kind of tie in. They were asked by two different people, but the first one is, do you feel like things are mentally harder around the holidays? How do you cope? And someone else said, what helps you on Christmas surrounding the food, etc. I'm not going to say too much on this because I have actually been speaking to someone quite exciting about this topic. That's as much as I'm going to say. Mouth is sealed because I cannot tell people about this right now. I definitely think that mental health is hard to deal with at Christmas. There's just like so much pressure around making it such like an amazing time of year. Personally for me this year, I've got such a busy Christmas coming up, which I'm really excited for. Like, I have family coming from the other side of the world to spend Christmas in the UK this year, which is like amazing because I've missed them so much and haven't seen them in years, so that's going to be amazing. But it's also like so much pressure at the same time because I do struggle with Christmas. I'm gonna be trying my best to be okay with everything that's going on, which I think I'm in a more of a position this year where I think I'm more capable of dealing with it than I was, say, 2 years ago. But I guess we'll just have to see, to be honest. I don't know. I say this, and then I was in, I think I was on B&M the other day, and I saw a bag, like a Christmas gift bag, and it said, the most wonderful time of the year. And I was having such a shit day, and I saw it, and I was like, ugh. Like, I got so angry. I saw red and left the shop, because I just wasn't in the mood for it to be the most wonderful time of the year, to be honest. But I am excited for this Christmas. It's nice to feel excited for Christmas again because I haven't for quite a while. Let's just say that. But food wise, I have no advice on this. I'm really sorry. Like, I am so scared for food this Christmas because it's such like a big family Christmas. Like, the way food is happening and stuff isn't like it usually is. Like, my mum normally cooks Christmas dinner, or my nan used to. This year is going to be quite out of my comfort zone, so we'll see how that goes, but I'm just going to take it step at a time. I wish I had more to say on that, but keep an eye out for the thing I hinted at before. I've done these in such a weird order, like I don't know which ones I've got left. This one, I think there's been a slight miscommunication from either TikTok or YouTube, I don't know. But somebody asked, how is imaginal exposure going? I actually did this type of therapy in 2020, so quite a while ago now, and I also didn't finish the round of treatment because of the pandemic and it all got paused. To be fair, the way that therapy was going, I didn't think it was going to work for me anyway, but at the same time I could have been wrong. But I only did like 3 or 4 sessions, to be fair. I assume from the question that maybe you're doing this kind of therapy, so definitely stick at it as much as you can. Obviously, like if it's not helping and it's making you like significantly worse, don't carry on. See how it goes. I'm still in the process of trying to figure out, well actually I'm in the process of swapping psychiatrists at the minute, which I'll do another mental health update because it's been a while since I did the last one and I'll go into that more, but I'm hopefully going to be starting therapy again because my last psychiatrist, I'm going to say that with the video, there's drama. So it turns out that was my last question. I didn't even realise. I'd done them in that much of a jumble that I didn't know how many I had left, but that is the last proper question that I can answer. This was really fun. I used to love doing sit down videos so much and I found this so therapeutic. Like, vlogging is fun, but I feel like just sitting here talking to the camera is really cute. I'm going to go downstairs and spend some time with my mum and dad and enjoy my Thursday night. I'm getting my hair done tomorrow. I'm getting my hair cut. I was just going to get my fringe cut and then I was like, you know what, self-care, gonna go out for the full shebang. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you can. I mean, it's free anyway, so do it. Why not? I'm 3 subscribers away from 800, which is like so cool. I feel like that's sprung out of nowhere. I was stuck on like 750 for so long and then all of a sudden it's like popped off. So I don't know where you guys have come from, but thank you for joining the journey and I shall see you on my next video. I love you all. Goodbye.